Hello, thank you for coming back to read Eerie Elementary with me some more. So yesterday we read 4 chapters of The Science Fair is Freaky, and today we'll read some more chapters, but first, let's shake our sillies out so we're ready to read. I'm gonna shake, shake, shake my sillies out. Are you shaking? Shake, shake, shake my sillies out. Shake, shake, shake my sillies out and wiggle my waggles away. Okay, I'm gonna stay sitting so you can see me and so I can play my ukulele, but I would like you to jump this time. Ready? I'm gonna jump, jump, jump my jumpies out. Jump, jump, jump my jumpies out. Jump, jump, jump my jumpies out and wiggle my waggles away. Okay, let's do one more. Can you twirl this time? I'm gonna twirl, twirl, twirl my twirlies out. Twirl, twirl, twirl my twirlies out. Twirl, twirl, twirl my twirlies out and wiggle my waggles away. All right, thanks for joining me for that. So yesterday we read about how the kids in Eerie Elementary are going to have a science fair, but something bad happened the last time there was a science fair, and we don't know what it was. All right, we're going to start with chapter 5 today. It's called Get That Book. Sam and his friends chased after the flying book. The lights in the library flickered, then blinked off completely. The library was almost pitch black now. Computer monitors glowed dimly in the corner. They gave off the only light in the room. The entire library had a spooky feel. It felt like something might jump out from the darkness. Sam, Antonio, and Lucy began to creep through the shadowy stacks. They were no longer sure if they were chasing the book or if the book was chasing them. Sam crept around the corner and whoosh! The book zoomed toward him. It opened and closed like a dark crow flapping its wings. Sam leapt, reaching for the book like he was trying to catch a line drive in Little League. But the book soared higher, then zoomed left. Sam saw the open library door. It's headed for the door. Don't let it escape, he shouted. I'll handle it, Lucy said. Lucy sprinted across the library. She threw her body against the door, slamming it shut. An instant later, the book banged into the door. It fluttered a moment, then swooped left. It disappeared into the darkness. Orson Eerie must really not want us to read that book, Sam whispered. With the door shut, it's trapped in here, Antonio said. Right? Is there any way for it to escape? Lucy asked. At once they cried, "The broken vent!" Sam and his friends darted through the stacks. Books leapt from the shelves. One slammed into Sam's stomach, knocking him to the side. Another clonked Antonio in the shoulder. Lucy ducked just before an encyclopedia took her head off. As Sam raced toward the vent, one book hung in the air. It was a massive dictionary. Sam tried to slide beneath it, but kapoof! The dictionary exploded. Scraps and strips of white paper filled the air like a winter blizzard. Sam couldn't see a thing, but he raced forward anyway. He pushed through the paper-filled air. Sam kept his eyes shut. I don't want to get a paper cut on my eyeball, he thought. Ooh, that would be very terrible. Paper cut on your eyeball. Even though Sam couldn't see, he sensed that he was close to the book. It was within reach. He dove with his arms out and his hands open. He felt something touch his palms. He shut his fingers tightly and fell to the floor with a heavy oomph. Nice grab, Antonio said. Sam opened his eyes. He was clenching the book in his hands. Instantly, the lights flickered back on. With a loud bang, slam, and pow, all the other books crashed to the floor. Everything was silent. Now, Sam said, let's have a look at this book. Chapter 6, The Mystery of the Book. So here are the friends. They're going to look at the book. Sam looked at the clock. It was 8:05 a.m. They had 20 minutes before hall monitor duty began. "Do you think the book will fly away again?" Antonio asked. "What do you think? Do you think it'll fly away?" "No," Sam said. "I think the chase drained the school's energy, at least for now." Sam opened the book to the first page. The friends leaned closer to read the handwritten words inside. It says, "I donate this book to the school I designed. This was my favorite science book as a child. It inspired me for many years. Maybe someday it will inspire the students of Eerie Elementary. Signed, Orson Eerie." Sam's heart began to pound. "This book was given to the school by Orson Eerie," he said. "This book belonged to Orson Eerie." Cling! The friends jumped as the door banged open. Mr. Nicobe rushed in. "I heard strange noises," he said. "Mr. Nicobe," Sam exclaimed, "you have to see this." Sam pushed the ancient book across the table. Mr. Nicobe took a deep breath. "Strange Science Experiments to Dazzle and Amaze," he said, reading the title aloud. "I haven't seen this book in years." "It used to belong to Orson Eerie," Sam said. Mr. Nicobe sighed deeply. "I know. A student used it to find a project for the last science fair 7 years ago." "We heard the last fair was a disaster. What happened?" Lucy asked. "Was Eerie Elementary trying to feed on the students?" "No," Mr. Nicobe said. "That's what was so strange. The school just began destroying things. It was a miracle no one was hurt. There was only one thing missing when the fair ended." "What?" Sam asked. Mr. Nicobe handed the book back to Sam. In a very serious tone, he said, "This book." Just like that, Mr. Nicobe turned away. He began cleaning up the scattered books. Sam ran his hand through his hair. He thought and thought, but he couldn't make sense of Orson Eerie's note. "So we know Orson donated this book," Sam said, "but why doesn't he want us to have it? What's in here that he doesn't want us to see?" "And why was there a weird earthquake yesterday?" Antonio added. "Was the earthquake a warning from Orson?" Lucy wondered. "A warning that the science fair shouldn't happen?" "Maybe," Sam replied, "but this doesn't feel like the other times we've battled Orson. This feels different." He looked down at the book. "There must be something in here. Something Orson Eerie doesn't want anyone to read. Ever. We just need to find out what it is." What do you think it is? Chapter 7, Sam's Big Choice. So the friends are looking at the book. Over the next few days, Sam and his friends read Strange Science Experiments to Dazzle and Amaze from cover to cover. They searched every inch of every page. They hunted for hidden messages or secret notes, but there was nothing. They saw nothing that would explain why Orson Eerie would want this book all to himself. "Coming, guys," Sam shouted. It was Friday morning, and Antonio and Lucy were outside Sam's house. They were waiting for him so they could all walk to school together. "Happy Friday, buddy," Antonio said. Sam stopped in his tracks. "Oh no, I totally forgot. It's Friday," Sam exclaimed. "Today is the day we have to tell Ms. Grinker what projects we're doing." Lucy and Antonio looked at each other. Lucy said, "But the only science book we borrowed from the library is Strange Science Experiments to Dazzle and Amaze." "We'll have to choose our projects from that book," Antonio said. "I'm not sure this is the best idea," thought Sam. But it was the only choice. Sam knew Ms. Grinker would ask for their choices as soon as class began. He hung his head and trudged back inside. Moments later, he returned with the book. The friends took a seat on the front steps, and Antonio carefully turned the book's crinkly pages. "I'll do this one," Antonio said, pointing to Weather Wonders, Hot and Cold. He turned the pages. Lucy's eyes lit up when she saw a project titled Making Invisible Ink with Lemon Juice. I'm doing that, Lucy said. That does sound fun. Antonio groaned. Aw, man, invisible ink. That's awesome spy stuff. So here are the friends. Lucy laughed. It's mine now. Well, Sam, Antonio said, what project will you pick? He passed the book to Sam. Sam didn't respond. He was focused on the ancient yellow pages. I can't believe I'm reading the same book that Orson Eerie read, Sam thought. My fingers are turning the same pages that Orson's fingers turned over 100 years ago. Sam hated holding the book. It felt like Orson Eerie was reading over his shoulder. The feeling made Sam's skin crawl. A single experiment caught Sam's eye. It was circled in faded pen, and there was a star next to it. So what is the project? Baking soda volcano. This is the project I messed up in class last week, Sam said. Lucy pointed to the star. It looks like it was Orson's favorite. Sam wondered what would happen if he performed Orson Eerie's favorite project at Eerie Elementary. It didn't sound like the note on the first page of the book had been written by a crazy mad scientist. Maybe Orson Eerie hadn't always been evil. Maybe Orson Eerie would be happy to see someone using his favorite book. Sam clapped the book shut. I'll do it. I'll do the baking soda volcano. With that, Sam placed the book back inside his house. He wouldn't bring the book to Eerie Elementary. He couldn't risk the school stealing it back. As Sam and his friends walked to school, Sam kept thinking about the experiment. He chose the baking soda volcano project because he wanted to prove to himself that he could do it. But he also chose it because he hoped it would give him a chance to please Orson Eerie and keep everyone safe. Sam just had to get the experiment right this time. All right, thank you for joining me. We'll have another installment tomorrow at noon. I hope to see you then. Goodbye.